Alright, so as you can see, we are doing another deck suggestion by the name of a gentleman who goes by the name of Mattia Cichetti, and I apologize if I mispronounced that. A few things I want to get into before we actually start with the free battles and showing off his deck suggestion. So, one quick thing, if you didn't look at the description of my last video where I'm soloing 122 with Fidel, I'm going to be taking a pretty long break from doing that quest with any of the roster characters. I feel like I've done that well enough with all the characters I've wanted to at this point. Might come back to it sometime, but going to be putting a stop to that for quite some time, and I'll have some other stuff in between, but primarily just going to be focusing on people's deck suggestions and the Mario World playthrough. And then I'm not really sure what's next up after that, but I do have some other things to show off still, such as the new created character, free battles in Conton City. I'll probably be showing that off one of my other characters. And I just want to quickly go over the character skills in Mattia Cichetti's deck here. There are a couple that I would change up personally, but I left it all the same. The way he suggested it, I didn't want to, deviate from that. But defensive F, it's nice to have that extra defense, and I do notice that this team, it looks to primarily focus on going first anyway, especially with Barra constantly decreasing the enemy's speed. But you would get a lot more if you were to run instead, say, defense up second. You get twice the amount of defense for that. Other than that, it's nice to have, them losing all that speed. I'm also seeing, let's see, how many? Okay, one defense up second skill. I'm guessing that's there, just in case. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's actually a really good cushion to have. But other than that, I think you would get a lot more mileage, personally, if you were to run a second team, because the stat boosts on those skills are just so ridiculously high. One other thing I want to get into, because shout out to Unleash, by the way, he found this out and posted that on amongst the servers. So this is a mistranslation. Your master's HP does not have to be 50% or lower. You could put STA up LO at the top here and get a huge multiplier from up 01 on attack and speed. Again, that is a mistranslation, and I want to say this is far better than STA up 01 for that reason. But I'm doing it by the skill order that Mattia Cichetti recommended, so I'm just going to leave this as is. But yes, that would make the boost on these much higher. You put the addition before the multiplication, you get a lot more out of it. They don't tell you that about this game. How that works is it'll do your character skills in order, essentially, from top to bottom. So just something to keep in mind for the future. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. Let's start with some of the new free battles. That's also what I'm going to be doing when I'm doing some of these suggestions. Just trying to kill two birds with one stone. Just trying to show off a bunch of the new free battles, because I've already gone over all the new 5-star ones, but still got 6 and 7 to go through. One other thing I did forget to bring up real quick, I think you get more if you were to, again, put this defensive second instead. It's twice the amount of the 350 boost. I know the team is focused around going first, though, so I know you probably can't really help that. The other thing, defensive column, it's nice to get a huge defense boost to both Vados and whoever's behind her, but you're going to get more mileage with defense up A. It's 180 boost to all allies. Just a couple of things to keep in mind. I'm going to play it safe and actually put them in the middle. Okay, I had a feeling this might happen. For just whatever reason, the AI likes to double stack hard-hitting figures down one column. And a lot of the time, it's having them not on the trigger squares. Really don't understand that sometimes, but okay. The AI is the AI, nothing I can do about that. I'm also wondering, Mattia, why run the Holiday 18 as opposed to the Bikini 18? Because the Holiday 18, she's going to lock all your allies on the field and they're going to be stuck. Whereas the Bikini 18, she locks the opponent's figures in place. I'm just brainstorming ideas on how to maybe improve the deck a little. I'm not going to tell you how to run it, do what you want to do. I like to do that though, even with my own deck, so think of ways to try and make them even better. Or at least change it up a bit. And that's another great thing I do like about your suggestion, is there are a bunch of character skills here you generally never see online. So it's nice to, you know, just change it up a bit. It's a nice change of pace, I think, and a breath of fresh air. This Bardock is still really good, by the way. I highly recommend using him. I actually had him in one of my... It was actually my very first, like, serious deck. And then after that, I just kind of stopped using him. Because here's my thing with him. Yes, he does very well with up-second skills, but that's also shooting the idea on the foot because he's decreasing 250 speed to all opponents on the field each turn. So that's kind of why I stopped doing that. Other than that, he's got amazing attack. You can easily make up for his lack of defense. He's got a very good HP pool. He's just all around really good. So if you even want to put him on like a speedier team where you're trying to go first, I would say he's still really good there too. Either or though, I think he's just in general a really good pick. One other minor thing, I'm noticing that for this deck, there's no figure that goes in the upper middle or the lower left. And that's just my OCD speaking. I like having coverage all across the board when I can. You know, just to be safe, I probably could have just run Blue Evolution Vegeta there instead, but oh well. You know, it'll still work out fine. Apologies for stuttering like an idiot a little bit during this vid. I had way too much to drink today. Not even kidding. I had 6 Seagrants today, and I had a Sam Adams, a vanilla, whatever it's called, at a sub place earlier with, while I was out eating with my mom, so had quite a bit to drink today. It's freaking good though. The sub I had, it was, it actually had egg and pepper. Never had something like that before. Really freaking good. One other thing I do want to point out, just something I noticed, by the way, again, shout out to Unleashed, of course. So notice my total EXP in the upper right, how it's not at the max amount like it usually is. For whatever reason, when I'm using his figure editor, it takes off 2 of the 9s, so it just wheels it back to like 7 digits. I could have used save editor to get that back at max if I wanted to, but it's really not that big a deal. I already have all the figures I want to and everything. Plus I can just overwrite the main save file I'm using right now for the main save where you use to play the game off of. I could just overwrite that with another one later, so it's really not a big deal. Alright, so we did just do Bardock. Let's get into Rivian next. Just gonna double check something really quick here. Alright, we're good. Alright, so let's get Bottles down, Vegito, and Bardock. I don't know why I wanted to go second. Kind of brain fart a little bit. It's also kind of a force of habit. I mainly use up second decks. That was my bad.
Take that. I'll do something good.
One thing I also need to comment on really quick, Rock and Rubble, why in the name of God do you want to see Ribrianne get put in this game in a bikini and just have her broken? Why? Anyway, I really cannot stand Ribrianne. I hope that they never do that. Because that would seriously, because if that happens, dude, I'm gonna 100% blame you for that. I might even unsubscribe if that happens. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie. That'll seriously suck if that ends up happening. Although I'm sure Unleash could probably easily mod that in himself already. I really hope there's not a mod of her in her bikini. Serious nightmare fuel. Like the pre-transform one, you know, the more skinny, gorgeous looking one with the green hair, you know, that, fine. Otherwise, no. And I got locked. Great. That's okay, though.
Take that.
By the way, if anyone would like to leave any of their own suggestions down below, and not just deck suggestions, but anything in general, you know, feel free to do so. I'm always open to try and give just about anything a fair shot. And let's actually get her out for now. And game's over anyway. That is a lot of speed for having 3 figures on the field. That's not bad.
Take that. I'll do something good.
Decent attack too all around, except for maybe 18. She's kind of one of the weaker hitters in the game. At least the Santa variant. I want to say her overall, like, best figures are the bikini ones. Those are utterly nuts. Next we got Krillin. This will probably be the last one before we call it. And I'm really mad that we don't have, like, a really good 3D custom image of Blue Evolution Vegeta. I seriously wanted that. We got God Ku and we got God Vegeta, and that's it. Everything with Blue Evolution, you know, otherwise drawn. You know, which is fine, it does look good, I just want a 3D one also. We already have a 3D one for UI Goku. What about Blue Evolution Vegeta? If anything, maybe in the next DLC, DLC 13, it's already been confirmed that we're getting that in fall. Now, if anyone's wondering what my votes were, and you can feel free to leave yours down below, I voted for Dispo, I voted for Ranger 8, I'm sorry, not Ranger 18, for Android 18's tracksuit, and I know it's probably going to baffle a lot of people, just hear me out on this. We already have Z Vegeta's outfit in the game, we already have plenty of Bulma outfits in the game, so I didn't really vote for that one either. Plus, I'm also hoping that in doing so, she might win, and then they would also give that as a gift option for 18. Yamcha's is really basic. I think you can just easily kind of make that on your own. And then, I forgot, what was the other one? Ranger 17, that was it. Ranger 17's outfit. I wouldn't mind having it, but eh. I guess, though, if anything, it's gonna be a toss-up between Bulma and King Vegeta from Super, because I'll admit, they are both probably the best option as far as, like, costumes. And then for the mascot, I voted for the Oracle Fish, because I just think he's utterly hilarious. I really want him to win. Now, who I think is going to win all three of those, it shouldn't come as a surprise. UI Omen Goku is probably going to win the character vote. For the costumes, again, it's going to be a toss-up between Vegeta and Bulma. So if I had to pick, probably Vegeta from Super. And then for the mascots, it's going to be a toss-up between Icarus and the Oracle Fish. At least I think so. But I think Icarus is probably going to win. Those are my guesses, though. We'll see if I'm wrong or not in the future. UI Omen Goku, Dragon Ball Super Vegeta, and Icarus. I'm really hoping that they'll also include, like, the second place contender for each category, just to make it a really decent, you know, meaty-sized DLC for 13. But wish in one hand, shit in the other. We don't exactly know what they have planned. Hopefully we'll also get some more mentor keys, because seriously, why doesn't Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta have anything to power up with? Aside from Vanish Stepping, I don't get it. Anyway, I'll shut up now, and I thank y'all for watching. Thank you very much again for your suggestion, Mattia Cichetti, and I will see you guys later. I'll be coming up with a another part for the Mario World playthrough very soon, and then right after, it's going to be another suggestion, so I'll see you guys then, and I'm going to go sleep now. Peace.